solving racism, guys. Come on. All right, we're very uncomfortable with those jokes tonight. That's fine. I don't have any about race, so. I'm just taking a look around the room, seeing what we got. I took this girl on a date one time, right? And we went to the park. We had a good time, and then when I went to take her home, she didn't get out of her car right away, right? So I was like, what's going on here? And then when I turned to look at her, she just went for it. We started making out, right? Guys, I kid you not, this girl absolutely violated my mouth, right? She started licking all around the inside of my mouth, and then the outside of my mouth, and then she got up in my nose a little bit too. I was breathing better after this altercation. I was like, thank you so much, actually. Her breath also kind of smelled like literal dog butt, but at the end of the day, I finally kicked her out, but I will say I went back for a second time because, I figured she was that sloppy up top. Who knows how sloppy she was now. I got it. I didn't think he was going to do it. Sir, I've been playing that for 30 minutes. Yeah, her name was Gigi. She was an Italian greyhound. Okay, this is not going to be a surprising statement. I have a very hard time with women that are crying. Yeah, I always try to just make them laugh. Honestly, mostly does not work. I don't know why I just keep doing it, but it mostly doesn't work. I was at work one time, and this woman was sobbing. So I went over to try and console her, and I was like, what's going on? Are you okay? Can I do anything for you? And she was like, I just dropped my sweet little angel baby boy off at his first day of school. And I was like, well, was it his first day of preschool, kindergarten, first grade? She was like, it's his first day of astronaut school. And I was like, well, ma'am, clearly your son just wants some space, so. And she was like, what? And then I walked away. So. I tried, I don't know. I told you, I don't know how. It wasn't going to have a good ending. Damn. So I found out recently that my dog is dying. It's sad. This is a little bit sadder portion of the show, but it's okay. It's gonna be happy within the end of the joke. I promise. It's a joke, but just hear me out. He's dying. That's real. Okay. He's old. He's got issues. My mom was like, you should come over and see him. So I went to go see him, and I was expecting a decrepit dog just laying somewhere. But I opened the door, and this dog just sprints up to me and just starts grinding my leg, really aggressively, foaming at the mouth, that's a hump for help right there. I don't know. I was like, Mom, what is this? He's obviously what? You said he was dying, and she was like, well, we gave him some new medication, and now he's doing better than ever. And I was like, you call that better than ever? That's your definition of better than ever. He's just an old, horny dog now. He's still going to pass away pretty soon, but he's just, horny. He's literally, while we're having this conversation, still just on my leg, I, had to peel him off, and I chucked him to the side. And he, I kid you not, for probably at least 10 feet was just whatever, dude, you're gonna wish you let me finish when I'm gone. I might be right, I don't know. been doing better than ever lately? My dad. My dad's been feeling a lot better than ever lately. He's actually right there. And my parents are both retired, right? And he called me recently and he was like, Josh, I've been having more sex recently than I've ever had in my entire life combined. And I was like, Dad, did you call the right Josh? Because I figure there's a chance that he didn't have my last name on the end of it. Because I'm his son, so he was probably saying Josh. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess this means one thing, that Mom is coming out of retirement? Hang on, okay, let it simmer. She's coming out of retirement? Alright. That one's for the moms. How do I want to say this? I had a very hard time with the phrase just Josh when you're growing up. I did. That's not the joke. My mom would say to me all the time, because I figured it has my name in it, it has an IN on the end, and it means you're just messing with someone. I figured I could just put IN on the end of anybody's name, and it would just mean the same thing, right? So I was in PE class one time talking with a friend, and he was like, did you just say you like guys? And I was like, nah, dude, I was just jacking you. And the PE teacher was like, what did you just say, Josh? And I was like, I was just jacking him. And Jack was like, no, you weren't, dude. No, you were not. And I was like, yeah, I was. We were in the locker room. I was like yanking your chain, dude. I was very sheltered growing up. I had no idea what was happening. And Mr. Richard, the PE teacher, was like, Josh, this is school. That's entirely inappropriate. I have to give you attention. And I said, you gotta absolutely be dicking me right now, dude. This kind of treatment for how long we've known each other. He was like, all right, I'm just Josh. And we both went, and then Jack and I made out in the locker room. Elementary school is pretty wild. He really likes that. Actually, no, I need this. Awkward. Oh wait. No, I don't. I don't need that. I don't know. I just got really lost there for a second. So, people will get too comfortable around you. I feel like I've been a little too comfortable around you up here tonight, if I'm being honest. But people will get too comfortable around you. I was talking with this one guy, and probably less than 2 minutes into our conversation, he was like, well, he told me that he only masturbates standing up. I'm just gonna get to the point. He told me he only masturbates standing up, right? You don't need the rest of the details. And I was like, dude, that's awesome, first of all. Second of all, Sergeant Banks. I'm here to find out what the Navy can do for me. I tried to keep a straight face. I couldn't do it. That's a fun one. Shit. I was. Wait, did somebody over there just say they like sandwiches? That's crazy because this joke is about sandwiches. I went into the sandwich shop one time and they had a sandwich called the JFK, right? And I was like, why would you name a sandwich that? So I ordered it, and when it came out, I thought it actually made a lot of sense, right? Because it was an open-faced sandwich. And they just splattered ketchup all over it. And I was like, this is a mess, and it's obviously missing something. So I went up to the counter and I was like, this sandwich is missing something. You guys didn't put a hole in it. And they they were like, well, if that's what you're looking for, you should have ordered the Lincoln. I was like, how dare you? Like, guys, this is the sandwich shop. I'm just telling the story, okay? Don't get mad at me. Okay? My friend, he ordered the Biden, and they just never made it, so. I was laying in bed with my girlfriend the other day, and I thought she was asleep, but then she rolled over and was like, you know, you kind of have serial killer vibes. And then she rolled over and went to sleep. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, what am I supposed to do with that information? So, you know, naturally I put one hand over her mouth and the other around her throat to wake her up. She woke right up, it worked. This guy gets it. And he's smirking, he might actually get it. And she doesn't like that, I'm sorry. I'll stay away from that. But yeah, you know, so I woke her up and she was like, well, she was first gasping for air, right? And once I let her catch her breath, she was like, why did you do that? And I was like, why did you say I have serial killer vibes? That's a little ironic. And, hang on a second. I lost my place. Just talk amongst yourselves. What was that? I'm not on him. That's Tony. I'm sober right now. My mom's here, dude. My mom's here in jail. Fuck. What are you trying to do, man? Talk to me after the show. It's like he's new here. Man, where was I? Does anybody remember? Can someone remind me? No? Okay. Yeah, it's the serial killer vibes, and we were in bed, and I choked her. Oh yeah, she was like, yeah, I was like, what makes me have serial killer vibes? And she was like, well, whenever you choke me, you always do it with a straight face. And I was like, should I be smiling? Like, choking seems like a pretty serious matter to me, and I just want to make sure I'm playing the role. And, you know, I was like, I will literally do whatever you want. You tell me, I will do whatever you want. Like, do you want this? Do you want smiling? Do you want, like... Do you want, like, ferocious? Do you want, like... Or, like, you want to get choked out? I can choke you out of the... Or what I gave her, I'll just show you guys what I gave her for context. That's what her head did too. I'm sorry, Tye. And yeah. She's like, no, you're missing my whole point. Okay? Can you just please stop doing it when we're in the produce section? And I was like, absolutely not. I will absolutely not compromise on apples. It's Honeycrisp or nothing, you fucking bitch. Sorry, I got a little excited there. I'm not normally like this, right? I'm not normally like this, Tye, right? I'm not normally like this. But yeah. Man. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, okay? It's been really fun. It has been. You guys have been a nice crowd. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Got his ass. No, there's one more. I'm sorry, Tye, one more. I really want God to think that I'm funny. It's very important to me. I want him to think I'm funny. Like when I die and I get up to heaven, you know, a lot of people are like, die a little like, yo, did you laugh at anything? Like, and he'll be like, absolutely not. But I want him to think I'm funny. I'll get up to heaven, and I'll ask him like some of my jokes, whatever, tell him some of my punchlines, and he'll be like, no, and I'll be like, well, can I at least get in? And he'll be like, no, and then he'll like kick me down to hell, like, and as I'm falling, I'll reach out, and I'll be like, come on, are you serious? And he's like, all right, man, I'm just jacking you, and he'll reach out and grab me, and he'll pull me back up, and he'll be like, get in here. All right, thank you guys so much. That was sloppy. I'm Jonathan, stupid. Give it up for Tye Erskin, guys.